Great. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I'm Melissa Flournoy. I'm chair of the board of Louisiana Progress Action, and I'm actually here today to speak in favor of clean elections that are accountable to the voters. And I hope today that you will choose to amend Senate Bill 4. Because what is the problem? The problem is money in politics by some perspectives. Others is not enough money in politics if you're trying to raise it. But given the influx of money in politics at the state and national level, now is not the time to take off limits for PAC contributions. Louisiana elected officials should be focused on improving their ethical standards and campaign finance reporting to foster confidence in elections. We know it's hard to raise money. We need to promote election transparency and accountability and enforce the campaign finance rules. I realize that there is a problem of candidates going around the PAC limits and creating new PACs or organizations to support their campaigns. We need to discourage creating shell PACs and funneling contributions through those entities when the candidate's campaign has maxed out on contribution limits from the PACs. But what is the solution? Louisiana Progress believes that we should be talking about election accountability and limits to campaign contributions from PACs. We need candidates to demonstrate that they can generate local support from voters in the district and not just run on PAC money. The purpose of limiting PAC contributions is to ensure the election process is fair and that corporate and commercial PAC interests are not controlling elections. It is important that limits stay in place so that amounts of money flowing into the PACs are monitored through campaign finance reports and corruption can be more easily identified. Not only would removing limits negatively impact the fairness of campaigns, but it goes against the will of the people. The Pew Research Center conducted a study in 2018 that found that most American citizens are in favor of limits to campaign spending. In fact, 77% of the study participants believe there should be limits on the amount of money individuals and groups contribute to campaigns. Senate Bill 4 would negatively affect the fairness of campaigns by removing aggregate limits on PAC contributions. In Louisiana, there are nearly 300 registered PACs, political action committees that are organized for the purpose of raising and spending money to elect and defeat candidates. Most PACs represent business, labor, ideological interest, or corporate interest and raise money from corporations, individuals, and other organizations. We believe the solution today is not to defer this bill, but to amend this bill. We believe the appropriate remedy is raising the limit to $100,000 rather than eliminating all limits on PAC contributions. I would hope that this committee would choose to set a new limit for PAC contributions and amend Senate Bill 4 to set a new limit of $100,000. As Representative Farnham mentioned, it might also be appropriate to amend the legislation if you didn't want to set a limit to prohibit candidates or elected officials from having alternative or related PACs. If the goal is transparency and accountability, we need to be accountable to our donors, to our citizens, and to accountability and fairness in reporting. So Louisiana Progress believes that we need to look at election accountability and promote clean elections. We hope that you will consider establishing a higher PAC limit today. Thank you.